The dangers of being an untrained technician. What are the dangers that can occur from being an untrained technician in the field? If you're going to school to be an HVAC technician, I need to make you aware of what can happen in the field if you are not trained properly. Because when you go to school, you learn this much. But when you get in the field, you learn this much. And if you don't work for the right company that cares enough about you to be there for you, you are going to make some mistakes. And those mistakes are going to be expensive. And hopefully, by the end of today's video, you're going to be aware of what you need to do to make sure you make less mistakes. Making mistakes sometimes is going to be unavoidable, but there are mistakes that you can avoid. So hopefully I'll be able to help you in today's video. I'm going to teach you the difference between a trained and an untrained technician, the dangers of being untrained. One more thing I'm going to teach you is the characteristics of a good company that cares about their HVAC technician that's new. You're watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad. Let's get started. The reason I'm doing this video is I had an experience earlier today where I went to a home that was my customer. And whenever I went into the attic and I looked at the furnace, the control board where all the wires come in to the furnace from the outdoor unit and from the thermostat, it was miswired. The float switch wasn't wired up correctly. The outdoor unit wasn't wired up correctly. The unit was running 24/7. It would not shut off. And after I rewired it, it shut off. And then I noticed that the plug on the board was broken, like somebody had broke it. And it was wiggling back and forth. And the inducer motors kept kicking on, kicking off, kicking on, kicking off, and it wouldn't heat. And I explained to the customer what I found, and that's when she explained that about a month ago is when it started running all the time after somebody worked on it. And she didn't normally call this company, but she couldn't get me. It was on a Saturday, and for whatever reason, I couldn't be there. So she called this other company, and she said that the technician was up in the attic for like 3 hours. And then they had to come back the next day, and they were up in the attic for the same amount of time. So when you're a trained technician, you know where to look. If you're untrained, you're trying to figure out where to look because you haven't had that experience and you don't know where the problem could be. So being trained means you know where to look. You've already experienced this equipment and what can go wrong, and you know what to look for. You just know how everything works. So there's a difference, untrained and trained. Now, this customer is not very happy. And I went to the job, diagnosed it, 10 minutes, was left. Price on the part within an hour, availability, 2 days later, I'm back. Replaced the part, 10 minutes, 15 maybe. Units working in heating, shutting on, shutting off, cooling works, everything works great. They're unhappy, they're going to call the company, they're going to complain, they're going to try to get their money back. And that technician who was untrained, she said she could hear that person on the phone in the attic. She knew something was wrong, and it was just not a good experience. So I want to explain to you a good company, what the characteristics are. A good company will have somebody that you can either ride with for a certain amount of time, so that you can go to several calls and get familiar with that equipment. Or they'll have technicians in the field, and this is something I do. If I have a new technician and they're at a job and they're having a problem and they're very uncomfortable, or they've been there for an hour or so and they just don't know what's going on, I'll ask them where they're at. Doesn't matter if I'm an hour away. I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to drive to the job, and I'm going to have them watch me, and I'm going to fix that equipment in front of them. Number one, I want to save the relationship with the customer. I want to make sure that they know if I get there and they're not happy, I'm going, hey, he's a new technician, he's in training right now, and we're here to make sure that we take care of the furnace repair. We make sure you're happy and we get the job done. That's going to reassure the customer. Then I'm going to let my technician know it's okay. You weren't familiar with this. I don't expect you to know everything. I don't expect you to know how to do something you've never done. So we're going to get through this, but you're going to pay attention. You're going to learn. And then next time when you get this particular unit, this particular problem, you're going to be able to fix it. So number one, that company is going to have somebody available by the phone. Number two, they're going to let you ride with somebody to get familiar. Number three, they're going to have somebody that can come to your location to help you if you need help, because that technician can't be left alone to handle some situation they've never experienced. And having somebody there, you get the relationship saved, because you're going to lose customers. Now, what can happen? What can happen? You can damage the equipment. You can damage the home, because you can injure yourself. So because you're dealing with electricity, you're dealing with gas, you're dealing with water. So not only can the water or the gas damage the home, the electricity can damage the home. The electricity or the gas, the fire can damage you. And you can basically make yourself lose money, or you can make the customer lose money. Because if you go to a job, you spend half a day, you don't fix anything, then you're going to cost yourself money, because the employer's not going to want to pay you. You damage the equipment, the employer, the customer is going to want you to pay for that. They're not going to want to pay for your mistakes or pay for you to learn. Some smaller companies, they understand. And some companies that are smaller, like ours, we know. We're like, the first 6 months, the first year maybe, he's just going, or she is just going to cost us money. We know that going into this. We're hoping it's not a lot of money, but we're going to have to spend some money on this new employee, because they're not going to make us anything. So we're just spending money until they get the knowledge they need, the experience they need, and then they can make us some money, right? You have to understand that as a new technician. School is not going to teach you everything. And a lot of schools, they don't have a motivated, passionate teacher that really cares about these students in a way where they're right there next to them and they are asking them, hey, are you understanding all of this? Do you need to go over this? And it's got to be hands-on. And I'll give you an experience that happened like a week ago, because I don't think that my technician will mind at all. I had a situation where the technician had spent 2.5, 3 hours at a job. It was a trailer furnace, and if you've never wired up a heat kit, from scratch, it can be intimidating, where you've got the indoor fan that has to come on with the heat, the indoor fan that's got to come on with the cooling. You may have to have separate relays, and then wiring a heater, wiring a limit switch. He was there for 3 hours, couldn't get no power to the thermostat, had to replace the transformer, and he's just embarrassed. He's embarrassed, he's upset, and he had been on the phone with the other technician for probably 30 minutes to an hour, and all I can think is how I felt back when I first started. And I wish I'd have had somebody there. I wish I'd have had somebody there. I had to make so many mistakes. Almost burnt somebody's house down. I've been shocked so many times that I should be shaking right now. But I was able to drop what I was doing, drive to his location, tell the homeowner, you know what? We're going to take care of you free of charge. I'm going to train my technician while we're here, and we're going to make this right. And within 15 minutes, I ripped all the wires out of the unit. I rewired all of it. He thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed, being able to see me get all this done. And it's really just it's a start from the beginning, step-by-step process where, and sometimes you can get confused. If you got so many wires and wire nuts going everywhere, you can't tell where the wires are going. It's easier to rip it all out, start from the beginning. So, and I love it because I get to help and feel as if I have done something with purpose. Not only the situation with the customer who had a bad experience, somebody wired up furnace wrong, that feels so good. Not because I'm making the other person look bad. That's not what I want. But being able to help the customer and show them how much I care, and then being able to help my technician and show them how much I care. I don't want them to make mistakes. I don't want them to feel embarrassed. I don't want the customer to be mad. I want the customer to be happy, To me, it's more than working for money. It's working to make a difference every single day. So I hope that the 3 questions have been answered in the video so far. One is, you can really hurt yourself, hurt your relationships, hurt your reputation, damage somebody's equipment or property. Trained and untrained is just knowing where to look and knowing how things work. And then a good company is, they're going to be there for you. And there's not a lot of companies that care about their employees, unfortunately. It's just about money. And if it wasn't about money, then they would eat the cost of the training, which is eating the cost of your mistakes until you're trained. And that's what it's about. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button. Please subscribe, smash that bell ding so you know what I'm doing. If you're ready to take your training to the next level, I admonish you to go check out the playlist titled Training Courses, HVAC training courses and videos. I've got about 20 videos, hours and hours of content on advanced, sales training, geothermal training, mini split sizing, HVAC equipment sizing, pricing, videos to help your business. Thanks. You've been watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad, and I'll keep you cool if you let me.